Alrighty, we are back. Not runs today, we're actually watching a run. But before we watch a run, I gotta run ads on Twitch. So, instead of doing all that, I am gonna have to do this and this. We don't need those, and then we're gonna do this. We're gonna hit that button, we're gonna go here, and then play connect. Yo, mushroom, wax, banana, star, stock, figure, balloon, golf, mountain, 710, 711, personality, chevron, lickety, name, gas station, chevron a gas station? Or wax a gas station? I don't know. I'm pretty sure it's gas station, but maybe it's wrong. I just don't know what the other two gas stations are. Banana, wax, star, stock, figure, balloon, golf. I guess 7-Elevens are connected to gas stations. Sometimes. Maybe not. I guess 7-Eleven's not a gas station. Convenience. It's yeah. I mean, it's like a gas station store. I don't know what else to call it. Okay. Lickety. Chevron. Personality, mount. Stock, figure. I'm at a loss. I just don't even know where to start. Not even like I don't know what these. Well, I mean, I don't know what lickety means. When I hear lickety, I just think like lickety. Lickety is not a word on its own, but it's a component of an informal, humorous phrase, lickety split, which means very quick or great speed. Yeah, lickety split. So like, is there anything else that's like quick? But it's just lickety, no? Yeah, I just don't know where to start with this one. Like, I know these two are gas stations, but pretty sure this is a car. And I don't know any other gas stations with any of these names. Lickety split. Oh, lickety split, banana split. Personality split. Figure split. Balloon split, wax split, stock split, star split, mushroom split, golf split, mount split, 710 split. Okay. What did I 710 split, lickety split, banana split, figure split, personality split, golf split, star split, stock split, figure split, balloon split, game split, personality split. Wax split? balloons. Mushroom split, wax split, star split, stock split, figure split, which it's not, balloon split, golf split, mount split, personality split, chevron split, name split.
So many months.
The wax split. You don't split a mushroom. Hercules, thank you for the 61. Star split. There's no way it's balloon split, right? Mushroom split? I don't think there's a mushroom split. Wax? What's a wax split? What's a star split? Name split? Balloon split. Mount split. I want to say it's wax or star, but I don't know. I guess I'm just gonna guess. I don't really care at this point. Apparently I was just wrong. Famous person's name increase. Gas. Stock split. Stock split. What's a stock split? Stock split is a corporation action when the company increases the number of its outstanding shares by issuing more shares to existing stockholders while the number of shares you own change the total value of your investment to the company overall. Market capitalization remains the same immediately after a split. Oh, okay. Famous person. Figure. Name, personality, star, increase, balloon, mount, mushroom, wax. I guess. Okay, apparently I've never heard of a Gulf gas station, and I thought Chevron was a car. I mean, it's funny that I was potentially going to get the purple one, and then I could not figure out anything else. There's a ton of Chevrons in Arizona. You act like I drive. I go out once a week to go get food that is literally half a block away from me at a grocery store. I definitely have a license. I just don't go far. I've also never heard of golf, so. And then it's like, I'm not thinking about these. That's fine. Alrighty, we're gonna play Stardew without actually playing a Stardew today. So, first off, what we're gonna do today is we are going to rewatch. We are going to rewatch our 205 run. On a full screen. I did not think this through, apparently. So... that's crazy. That's not what I wanted. That I am... that. And why does that not show? Also gonna have to put you guys off. Why is that not showing properly? Okay, well that fixed it. This is not going how I want. Uh, 80 off. That's not what I wanted to do. Just don't worry, we're just slowly fixing it. Should be fine. There we go. Now it looks like I'm playing Stardew. You guys don't get to see the video or the player thing. Look at that. Look at that. Okay. Professional, by the way. Very much professional. All right, now I gotta figure out where in the video I actually get the run. Is it this character? It is this. Carrot seeds, that is really annoying, is 20. When do I reset this? What day do I end this run on? It's different. Okay, second off. Audio. Track. I believe we want track 2. When I get the rabbit's foot. No, track 2 is my own audio. Audio, track 3. Alrighty. Let us hit the record button. Am I playing my own music over this, or am I just gonna put it in post? I think I'm just gonna play the Spotify and put it in post because it's easier. Or not have to put it in post because it's easier. I mean, I can get rid of it if I wanted to. Anyway. That's fine. Alrighty. So, for those who missed it yesterday, we did get a 205. I'm going to be reviewing it now, basically giving my thoughts and opinions about what went wrong, what went right, how I'm doing it, and yeah, ideally make a YouTube video out of it. So first off, it has been a while since I posted, obviously. I have a bunch of things on the back end that I would like to get out soon, but they take a lot of time, especially saying one of them is halfway done and it has 20 pages of writing for a script so far, but that's fine. Otherwise, you know, I don't like this intro already. I'm kind of already fumbling it. Oh, whatever. I'll just figure it out. Right. CC speedruns. They are on 1.6 now. It is crazy. I know my last video, I literally said almost a full year ago that 1.5 is faster and 1.6 is probably just going to be slower, but turns out just need a little bit of routing and a few more updates. To be fair, at the time I said that, there was a very important thing added after. So I'm partially right, but that's just code. Anyways, 1.6 is faster. You may think, oh, you're playing on 1.6, so you're gonna use the Meadowlands farm, right, for the free coop? Wrong. Meadowlands farm sucks for speedrunning, so we still go forest farm. That said, random seed, basically all the same settings. When we get to the 1.6 changes, I will talk about them. Otherwise, the start of the run is the exact same. Delete all our furniture, place the bed over there, plant 15 parsnips, yada yada yada. We're going to the mines on day 5. We get enough wood for a chest today. I always chop down trees in the exact same order. I count basically these 3 trees. Does it show my mouse? Oh, it does show my mouse. This tree, and this tree. Depending on how many are grown up determines how many stumps I break here. 2 of them were grown up, so I only have to break this 1 stump. I always break this stump last. But those are the 6 trees that I focus on. And it gives you about 50 wood. It's nice that we get to see my mouse so I can actually point out things. I just need to not touch the mouse and it disappears. Alright, more watering. We love this part of the run. We do this a lot. Anyways, we are going to the mines on the 5th. Normally, I would check the luck, but I've just been doing a thing where I just choose not to check the luck. I specifically have to go on the 5th on 1.6 due to how clubs, or due to basically barrel changes. Usually, we'd go on the 5th or the 6th, and then we'd get a club on floor 24. On 1.6, specifically without Legacy RNG, this run is not using Legacy RNG. We can get a club on floor 5, but it's only on day 5. So I'm forced to go out on the 5th, and I got to the point where I was getting really annoyed about resetting for luck, so I just went on whatever luck I got. Or whatever luck it was, so I just didn't bother checking the TV. We go to the bus stop here. We're looking for forge. I got all 3 forge that I can get. Normally you want a little bit extra because you want a little bit extra for the mines. Apparently my camera is covering a extra dandelion. Woo, we got what we need though. Anyways, heading to the mines. The mines are, I'm pretty sure, the exact same as 1.5. I don't actually remember how much iron and copper we got on 1.5, but on 1.6, I am getting 120 copper and 75 iron and a minimum of 39 coal. You can technically get away with less because you can get coal on the farm when you're clearing it, but 39 coal is what I need. So that is basically the entire point of the mines. Otherwise, we are just collecting gems and such as we go so we can afford our strawberries that we're going to be harvesting or buying on the 13th. Ideally, I do the mines trip in about 2 days. Day 1 here is to get to floor 40, and then day 2 is to collect all the iron that I need. Now note, because I'm running on 1.6 and I'm not using the legacy RNG, gay mines is not a thing anymore. So I'm not using any map or anything to try to figure out ladders. My best course of action is to literally Oonga Boonga, break rock, pray for ladder. Theoretically, this is faster than using the gay mine strategy because it's just get lucky, get the ladder on the first rock, and you're fine. But it's a little less consistent. I know what the barrels are on floor 3, so I can skip them. If you see me skip barrels on a barrel floor, it's because I already know the barrels are kind of awful. I've done this run so many times that you kind of just pick up what barrel spots are, whatever. And then I got the club on floor 5 on the first try. It is going to be specifically this one right here that I'm looking for. I would just reset the floor over and over again until I got a barrel to spawn on this tile. But we do get an early club because of this. The early club is super nice for 1.6 speedruns because that means I can abuse killing monsters. Before on 1.5, we weren't able to get the club until 24, unless if we got really lucky with a barrel on a specific tile on like floors 2 and I believe 7, but I do not remember at this point. That said, the club is super useful for killing enemies. Enemies have the highest ladder drop rate out of basically anything you can do. They have a raw 15% chance of dropping a ladder as long as they are killed on a valid tile. So yeah, I'm going to basically kill every enemy I see now, and this is like one of the bigger time saves of the mines. Granted, honestly, the mines time is about the same as 1.5 overall. It just makes it a little bit more consistent, especially since I don't have gay mines anymore. You're gonna notice this a lot. 1.6 added a really neat feature that allows you to just drop items from your hotbar. If you just control right click, shift right click any of this, it will just drop the items from your bar. You can't drop tools or weapons, so you won't see me do that, but you'll see me just drop various things. It's faster than going into the menu, pausing the time, deleting or dropping the item, and then picking up the next item. It is faster to just, you know, shift right click and item go out of your inventory to pick up new item. You're gonna see me drop bugs meat here, boom, instantly, very quick. This is what I mean about valid tiles. Dirt does not count as a valid tile to kill an enemy on to give you a ladder, so I have to wait for these flying insects to move onto a valid tile. Other invalid tiles are like these stone pathways, wooden platforms, and your own hitbox, so you want to make sure the enemy is not on your hitbox when you kill them. Yeah, I'm just making my way down. We have a little bit of food left over down here. Copper's kind of doing all right. Coal's fine. A little low on geodes, but we're only on floor 16. We still got 24 more floors to go, so not really worried about it. This is a very big thing in 1.6, are these new skill books. Now, no skill book is necessarily super useful for the run. None of them are required, but they sell for a stupid amount of gold. The skill books that you can get of the 5 variants sell for 500 gold each. This one specifically sells for 2,000 gold. This sells for 2,000 gold. I don't have to care a single bit about money for the rest of the mines because I got this book. There's no point of me reading it because all it does is give me, I believe, a 5% chance of doubling whatever drops I would have gotten from an enemy. It might be lower than 5. It's like 3 or 5. I always forget the number, but 5 is just a nice even number, so I like to say it. Chat will correct me. Chat says 3, so it's 3%. That said, completely useless for what I'm doing. I don't have Burglar's Ring, so I can't even take advantage of the fact. And just because it procs doesn't mean I'm going to get anything worthwhile from it, because it's not like Burglar's Ring where it doubles drop chance. It just doubles what would have been dropped. So if the 3% procs on an enemy that does nothing or gives nothing, you'll get nothing. So I'd rather just sell it for 2,000 gold. Anyway, still making our way down. Not the quickest pace. A quick pace would be on floor 20 by about 1 p.m. to noonish, but it's pretty acceptable. Otherwise, day 2 can go well, and then you just don't have to care anymore. And then especially, I kind of want to continue the run because I have a book, which makes me be able to do Mines Day 2 faster because I'm not worried about money the entire time. A pretty unlucky floor 18 overall. I do need to collect 9 quartz throughout the run. I can collect them basically from day 1, 2, and 3, so it's not too big of an issue, but it is something to note. Freeing up inventory slots by going to the top of the mines and then dropping the loot out and then going back in before I can pick it up again, and then loot on the very top of the mines does not despawn. Items only despawn when you exit to title, so even if I were to sleep a full in-game year and then went back to the mines, those items at the top of the elevator would still be there, as long as you don't exit the title. Overall, the mines is not great, but I didn't really need a good mines for the run to continue. My mines in my PB, my 207, which was my 1.6 PB before, I PB'd a few times, I just didn't upload them because I knew I could get a 205. Is really good comparatively. 21-minute mines is basically ideal. It's very good. It can go much lower with an insane mines, but the odds of you getting a mines that good are so low that it's just not worth resetting for. So anywhere between like a 22 to a 23-minute mines, I was happy to continue playing. More rock breaking. I'm actually like, I don't remember the run. It's actually been a few days for me entirely. I'm actually surprised this run even made it out of the mines. I'm looking at this. I'm on floor 25. I have 5 parsnips left, and I still need to go essentially another at worst 10 floors, and then I continue on floor 35 if pace is good enough, which pace isn't great, and at best another 15 floors with 5 parsnips. And normally 5 parsnips takes me around 6-7 floors if I'm lucky. So something stupid happens. I don't know what, but I was probably hard coping due to the book. But that's just the life of the mines. You just gotta cope sometimes and just play runs out. That's why I stopped checking luck on day 5, because it's just like, just get lucky. I mean, thank you for the 69 months. Nice. Greatly appreciate it. Hope your day's going well. It looks like I got bailed out here by just a stupid amount of monster ladders, and that's actually how I got through it. I think I just went like the previous 5 floors here with straight up monster ladders, which don't cost me energy. Another reason why getting the club on floor 5 is like insane compared to the 1.6 or compared to the 1.5's 24. Normally speaking, without getting like the book money that I got in my or I get in this run, I would normally get the money via the 2 types of gems, amethyst, topaz, and then I would ideally hold geodes. They sell for 50 each. Extra earth crystals sell for 50 each, and then any extra quartz sell for 25 each. Once you eat all your inventory slot, or once you only have parsnips left, because the parsnips generally last to the end, I generally have like a few leaks for extra energy. You have 1 more inventory slot, which can either go to Bug's Meat, which sells for 8 gold each, or a Cherry Bomb. In this case, I'm opting to hold the Cherry Bomb due to the fact that I have the monster book that I can sell for 2k, but normally speaking, I do like to hold Bug's Meat because it adds up, especially when you're killing so many enemies with the club early on. Every 10 Bug's Meat is the same as a topaz, and I've ended runs with upwards to 40 to 50 Bug's Meat before, which is a lot of money. It does make the difference. Based off of the energy count, it does look like I actually pass out here on 35. This is an extremely cope run, by the way. I'm about 5 floors behind the pace that I would like to end on. I generally try to get to floor 40 by about 8 p.m. But I guess I just wanted to play day 2 because I had a monster book. I think it's fine. It's not an awful choice. We're skipping day 6 here. The reason we skip day 6 is because the barrels on day 6 are awful. And now I'm looking for a good luck day. The daily luck on this day actually matters because of the fact that I want to find barrels. Barrels that don't spawn on wooden platforms are affected by luck. Barrels that spawn on wooden platforms are not. That's just like a raw, I believe, like 22% chance for each space to be filled up. So I'm looking for a good luck day. Ideally, I go on the 7th, 8th, or 9th. They all give unique barrels. The 7th is really good for energy. That would have been the ideal day for me to go here due to the fact that my energy is going to be questionable, having to go 5 floors still. Then I have day 8, which is the best money day. There's a bunch of frozen geode spawns, which sell for 100 gold. There's a few aquamarine spots, so I do need an aquamarine here on this day. And then day 9 has a mixture of both, but it has a magnet ring barrel on floor 41, which is extremely useful. I already have a magnet ring, so I don't need it. But in other runs where I don't have magnet ring, I really do like to go on day 9 because of that. But I just take the first good luck day because you can never be certain that you get a good luck day on the 9th. Like, I had a best luck day here, so I'm just going to take it rather than trying to hard force the 9th for a magnet ring. Alright, so mine's day 2 here. I am looking to gain 75 iron ore, and then I also need to make sure I get up to 115 copper. I think I said 120 earlier, but I meant 115. You don't need 120. Man, I didn't run the category for a single day, and I'm already washed with the number amounts that I need to know. Crazy. It's still going through the few dark floors here. Not great, not terrible. Gonna make it to floor 40 here relatively quickly. 5 floors. Other things that I want to collect on this day, other than the 3 blue guys, which are 1 aquamarine, 1 frozen geode, and 1 frozen tier. All 3 of those are needed for the community center. I want to gather as many bat wings as I can get because I need 10 for the community center as well. I don't need to get them all today because I have 1 more mines day that I can pick them up on, but I like to get at least half of them on this day. A really lucky iron ore spawn. If you couldn't tell, I have a pretty good day 2 here because my day 1 wasn't great. Really crazy iron ore spawns. Normally, I want to be starting the second mines day at about 13 minutes. I started this around like the 15-minute mark. few minutes behind. Crystal fruit, and can pick this up. I'll need it for later. It's not a priority to have or to get, but it's a nice little thing that I can do. Normally I wouldn't have inventory room for this, but I don't need to hold on to as many things today due to the fact that I just don't need money. This is the main reason why getting that book is so important, is because I just don't have to care about money. Oh, speaking about not caring about money. Oh, look. A diamond. Crazy. I was trying to get an aquamarine from that. I still need an aqua, so it's worth going out of my way for. Don't need more copper, so we just skip that. Resetting 41, this is the most effective way of getting iron ore. You did see me throw the crystal fruit out at the top. I'm a little concerned about inventory room because I haven't found any of the blue guys yet. And I do want to hold on to the crystal fruit for later because it makes my winter day a little bit easier. So I just toss it out at the top, fill up the inventory slot with an extra cave carrot. And yeah, continue going. There's our first blue guy. We're just gonna fail to pick it up. And then redrop our wood again. And even more iron. Would you look at this? Crafting another cherry bomb. I have extra iron, or I have extra copper, and I have extra coal, so I can do this. Still need a frozen geode, still need an aquamarine, and I need about 4 more iron. Crazy iron today. This is some of the best iron spawns I've ever seen. It's a good reason why I like to cope runs. I'm even 6 iron over. It's fine getting overkill on iron. We can utilize it on Mines Day 3. Right. Because it's on the 8th, I can actually brute force a aquamarine spawn here. This tile specifically right here gives an aquamarine on day 8. So I was just going to reset floor 5 until I got an aquamarine. While I don't have a frozen geode, I can get that on Mines Day 3, so I'm not really concerned about it. So we're going to pass out here. Going to craft 2 furnaces, leave them there. Empty our inventory, and then take out everything we're going to sell, so have to... out exact amounts. Looking for clay. I'm trying to like clear out any extra clutter that I don't need in there. And this is going to be extreme overkill on money. Normally I need about 3,000 gold in total. I'll get an extra 200 from the journal quests. You get 200 from those for harvesting a parsnip and crafting a scarecrow. I need 3,200 gold in total for 32 strawberries. Sleeping and smelting, we're going to be putting them under sprinklers here relatively quickly. Sleeping until the 13th. We are going to actually be doing different strawberry spots than I used to on 1.5. This is optimization that we could have done on 1.5. This isn't 1.6 exclusive. It's just a better formation to refill our watering can and pathing. We're just going to be doing it down the right-hand side here. So when we're watering the strawberries, instead of kind of going this way like I used to and doing like a circle. We're going to be going down, refilling our watering can halfway through, and then walking back up. It's less walking. I'm doing a bunch of clearing here. I need enough wood to build some pathways and craft a scarecrow, and just clearing out future debris for later. I have extra time and energy on this day, so I may as well. You're gonna see me start the pattern here, and then we're just going to do the pattern built for basic sprinklers, because we are going to be crafting 15 of them. And then watering. Checking energy. I need 4 energy to clear out 2 wooden debris up at the top. So you see me keep mousing over. It's kind of hard to see because it's behind the thing. But down here, I will hover over the energy to see how much I have left. I just need 4. Clear specifically these 2 pieces of wood because they always spawn. Gonna place pathway here. This is to make sure that this area doesn't get covered in debris later. Saves me a lot of headache, so it's worth doing. Emptying our inventory, clearing out the area, picking stuff up. Pretty standard here. Obviously, we're overkill on money, so I don't have to worry about doing journals. And then this is where we get to utilize zoom-in strats. I'm pretty sure I did this on the 1.5 run. You're going to see me zoom in and out a lot. I'm going to be zooming in when I'm going to be sleeping long periods of time, mainly due to night events. Night events last depending on what your resolution is. So if you're really far zoomed out, the fairy has to spawn outside a screen and then slowly makes its way over to the crop that it picks and then fly all the way up. When you're fully zoomed out with a large monitor like mine, it literally takes 40 seconds. If I fully zoom in and I get a fairy, it's going to lose me closer to about
205.
It's going to lose me about 20 seconds. BD, thank you for the 200 bits. So that's why you're going to see me zoom in and out. I can skip 2 watering days and the strawberries will still grow, but after sleeping the 2 days, I do have to start watering. Technically, getting a fairy before I start watering and it growing up enough strawberries for me to get farming level 2 is faster than having to water. The odds of just doing that are super small, and theoretically the fastest is to just not get a fairy whatsoever and, you know, just get 13 rain days or the bullshit amount that you need. Anyways, watering, smelting, and I glossed over it because I was still talking. We skipped the cat. This is a big time save in the 1.6 is the fact that you can skip more cutscenes, one of them being the cat, or the animal. You do actually get the animal because of it, so it can get in the way, but for the most part, it's mitigated, and it's, even if the cat loses us time, it is still gaining us more time than we would have saved in 1.5 by having to watch the full cutscene and skipping it. And, like, not being able to skip it, so. Big time save there. 1.6's time saves are mostly due to these little small cutscene skips and quality of life features. It's a big part of the 1.6 time save and why it's so much quicker. Watering, very entertaining. We love watering. All right, chat. I'm gonna pause. I'm gonna give you Bone Zone, and I'm gonna go to the bathroom. Right back. Enjoy. How do you check CA's like peer Spotify? Dead. And it just brings me to his popular page. Oh wait, I can just show all. Show all release date. Is it just the Festival of Seasons were added? Or did he add Haunted Chocolatier stuff? I don't see the Haunted Chocolatier. Oh, that's nice. Add those later. Back to the video then. The strawberries will grow up on the 23rd here. I do need a water on the 23rd, but we'll have sprinklers starting the 24th, and we don't really have to water anymore after that. Never mind, I got a rain day on the 23rd. There's also a morel spawn on the left here. I definitely picked that up, I just don't know which day. It's an extra exotic. One of the more annoying bundles to complete in this run. So, I do definitely want to pick that up. I'll probably do it on the 28th, is my guess. Place the sprinklers, and then I don't have to worry about anything anymore. I'm gonna pause real quick and actually fix something super quickly. Alter. Nope, that white line is still there. Let me remove that white line. Who's annoying me? Alright, 28th, last harvest. We get 2 harvests of the strawberries. This is me picking up the morel because morel. And off to summer we go. Summer, we're going to make an area for the quality sprinklers that we're going to be getting this season. So that's why we're actually tilling the full 8s and removing stuff. We're going to be placing wheat on these spots. Same reason as 1.5. I'm going to be getting these spots ready and prepped for fall because our fall 1st is a pretty busy day. So doing it now is great. Well, at the same time, it gives us the wheat and the hay we need for the community center. A little bit of extra cash and a little bit of extra farming XP that we actually desperately need this run. Farming XP is is very exact in this run. Only a few hundred XP that you can skip out on. And most of that either is removed by lightning strikes and or if you are poor for strawberries, you don't get as many strawberries, so your XP is a little lacking. Ran out of energy. If your debris is kind of meh and there's too much of it, you do have to eat a strawberry today. Luckily, I just don't have to care about money because of the monster book I got, but is what it is. Opening up the community center. As long as you're in this area by like mid 8:10, you'll be able to make it to Pierre's before he opens, so not too exact. You do have to enter the town at 8 a.m. though. You can't enter it before 8 a.m. Otherwise, you don't get the cutscene. So at Pierre's, we are going to be buying 1 melon, 1 tomato, 58 blueberries, 1 hot pepper, and 75 wheat. And then don't forget the backpack upgrade. On this first planting session, we're going to plant everything but the hot pepper. The hot pepper will be planted after we harvest the melon. This is to get us 1 extra blueberry plant, because the blueberries need to be down from the start, but the hot pepper doesn't. So 1 extra blueberry, a little bit of extra cash, a little bit of extra XP. Fun thing that you can do on 1.6, there is a method of planting 2 tiles at the same time on PC. You just have to hold down right click, left click, X, and X while running. And then have your mouse slightly offset to where you're walking. Yeah. It's pretty bad. But it's very useful for speedrunning. Thankfully, I generally just walk up and down with it, so it's not too bad to be able to move, but if you have to walk diagonally with it, good luck. Gonna be smelting our quartz finally. I need 8 quartz, or 8 refined quartz for the 8 quality sprinklers I'm gonna craft. You're gonna notice that I'm not going out to smelt it every single day here. I'm only going to go out and smelt it on days that I am literally going outside and passing by the furnaces. It's just a slight time optimization. So I put the quartz in on the 1st here. I will put them in again on the 14th when I go out and harvest. I'll put them in again when I go out and harvest on the 18th. And then finally the last round on the 19th when I go and do Mines Day 3. We do, because the wheat is not under quality sprinklers yet, or any sprinklers, I do need 4 rain days here throughout summer for them to be able to grow up. Luckily in summer, there are now a guarantee of 3 rain days. That being, like on 1.5, the 13th and the 26th are guaranteed thunderstorm days. And now with the addition of green rain, we have 3 guaranteed rain days in summer. So I just need 1 natural rain day. And I don't think I've had a run that's only had 3 rain days since running on 1.6, where on 1.5 it was actually quite a common occurrence where you just wouldn't get 4 rain days. So, nice change for the run. Plus runs die to random parts that it shouldn't die to. We're harvesting. We're gonna get farming level 5 after this harvest, and I'm going to be selecting the tiller perk. It's going to be very quick to see because I just set up my mouse on the right hand side of the screen. Come on, move my mouse. Okay, I was slow about it. I can just move my mouse to the right-hand side because I know it's there and just spam click if I was, you know, good at the game. Reading mail here. Extra 500 gold, plus we need to get the letter, or we need to read the letter from Willie so we can actually get the fishing rod today. This is where the route is going to start deviating from the 1.5 route in a few minor ways. But before that, we got Mines Day 3 to do. On Mines Day 3, we are looking for whatever blue guy we missed. In this case, we are missing a Frozen Geode. I need to get a Solar Essence, which means I need to get to floor 51 for Ghost to start spawning. I need to finish collecting my bat wings, so I need 6 more. And then we need, normally, if money wasn't good like it is, I need about 30 iron / coal in total to be able to afford everything. Ideally more iron than coal, because we are going to be buying the raw ingredients to craft 8 quality sprinklers. We're going to be buying 40 gold ore and 40 iron ore. Killing enemies, making our way down, similar to that of Mines Day 1. Enemies are our best friend at this point because, again, because we didn't check our luck again like we did on day 1. If this is a bad luck day, I'm kind of just screwed on getting ladders from rocks. So I kind of just have to hope that monsters spawn on the floor and I get that 15% chance of a ladder. Had a ladder on this floor, going out of my way for bats. I still needed a few more bat wings, so. That, collecting iron. There is our Frozen Geode. Now we have all 3 blue guys, so at this point, I'm just looking for 1 more bat wing and a Solar Essence. And a bit more iron. Got 13. Ideally, you're done with the mine segment of this day by about 10:30. That's generally the average that I get. I've been finished as early as 9 before, but ideally it's around 10:30. This ladder pace isn't great, but it's better than a majority of the runs that I've gotten. Sometimes you just don't find ladders. I say that as I'm getting extremely bad 49. Rough. Having to eat any type of food on this day is always just extremely rough. Resetting 51 for a ghost now. Don't see a ghost spawn, so I just reset. Unfortunately, he hit me before I hit him, so it's wasting more time. Normally, I would pick up the gold ore here because it's worth much more than the iron. It's 400 gold, but my inventory is extremely tight on this day, so I just decided to forfeit the gold ore, especially with how much extra money I have. Like, I just need to inventory fast and get out. Gifting Demetrius a gold quality strawberry on this day. Excuse me. Gifted Demetrius a gold quality strawberry on this day. This is so we can get gifts from him later in the mail. We are looking specifically for the Nautilus shell and the Bareem from him. So it's a very convenient use since we're passing by Robins anyways. And we need to go down and sell all our blueberries so we can pay for the iron and gold ore. Selling everything but our melon here because we're going to be getting more tomatoes, hot peppers, and blueberries, but not more melons, so it's very important you don't sell the melon on this day. At Clint's again, we're going to be buying up to 45 iron and 40 gold, and then the rest of the money will be bought into coal. I want to have 0 money by the end of this day because I plan on passing out. So it's totally fine to just full buy the coal. When you pass out, you lose 10% of your current gold, and it caps at 1,000. So I'm going to obviously want to sell down to 0 because then I lose less money on pass out. Going to be getting the Willie cutscene here. This is something that we are doing because of 1.6. Normally we just get the fishing rod on the day of our fall fish day, but we want to get it earlier on this specific run because 1.6 added a new cutscene where if you haven't caught a single fish going out of your first season, Willie will give you a free fishing level. Starting with fishing level 1 is extremely powerful because that's an extra 100 fishing XP. That makes getting fishing level 3 easier for crab pots, and it makes us get fishing level 2 on the first fishing day over having to wait all the way until tuna before getting our fiberglass fishing rod. For the key mystery boxes, you can hold down escape here and it just skips the cutscene. Mystery boxes do nothing in this run. There's nothing great that you can get from them, and getting them is just a waste of time. Other than that, gonna be picking bats for the bat cave because we don't want to buy fruit trees. And then this is the cutscene that you get from Willie. You also get a free training rod, which does also matter. You'll see when we get to fall fish what I mean by it. We do have to go a little bit out of our way there, so it does lose a little bit of time due to having to go to the beach on that day, but overall it's worth it. The extra fishing level is super nice. There's actually a chance that a sea urchin spawns on the beach that day, and then you start with a training rod. So 3 very impactful things for just a little bit of walking. Because at 1.5 we went to Clint's and then passed out, so it's just walking to the beach. It's like an extra 30-40 seconds. Harvesting and smelting here. Gotta love blueberry harvest. Hit farming level 6 in that night cutscene. Didn't skip it because I was spamming E to skip the notification. We're gonna craft 6 quality sprinklers here. We're gonna empty our inventory of all our mining junk. We're going to be picking up our spring forge and gotta clear the area. Place the quality sprinklers in the pre-designated spots. And off to the wizard we go. Since we already read the mail in summer, I don't need to read the mail today, and we can just go and get the wizard cutscene. And with that, we are going to do our first round of community center turn-ins. A little bit of a long walk from the wizard, but gotta do what you gotta do. Okay. Now that we're at the community center, we are going to be turning in summer forage, spring forage. We're going to collect the 2 seed packets because they actually sell for quite a bit. And then we are going to be turning in summer crops for the 9th quality sprinkler. And then before we leave, we are going to turn in 10 wheat and 10 hay at the fodders bundle, I believe is what it's called. Yep. And off we go. Glitchless, by the way. Okay, at Pierre's, we're going to be doing some selling tech. I'm going to sell everything and then sell the big stack of blueberries last. I'm then going to go to the bottom of the thing, buy back 125 blueberries, go to the top, buy all the pumpkins and the fall crops we need, and then resell back the blueberries. The reason why we resell back the blueberries at the end is because now we have essentially the exact amount of money to pay for 14 coffee, fiberglass fishing rod, some bait, and 2 trout soups. Because we are going to pass out again on the fall fishing day, I want as close to 0 as possible, so when I pass out, I lose the least amount of money as possible. So by doing that buyback and sell back, it means I will have the least amount of money I can possibly have. Instead of having to, like, manually sell blueberries up until a certain amount and figure all that stuff out, there's just no math, it's just clicking. It's much quicker than all of it. I do have to do math on how many more blueberries or how many more pumpkins I have to buy for our 2nd round, but we'll get there when we get there. So this is where the training rod comes into play. For your first catch, it is impossible to get a piece of trash or a fish that is above a certain ID threshold. Actually, it's not even difficulty. So that means if you get a piece of trash or one of those fish that you can't catch, it automatically converts it to a sunfish no matter what season it is, no matter what weather it is. So boom, I got a sunfish. The reason the training rod is super helpful in this case is because there is no fish that you can catch with the training rod in that pool on your first catch. So the training rod will guarantee a sunfish on that first catch, so I don't have to go out on another day to do it. If I only had the bamboo rod, I could technically catch a salmon, I believe. Yeah, I believe it's a salmon. So with the training rod, I am guaranteed a sunfish. With this, it's pretty standard fall fish. It's the same as 1.5. We're going to be fishing here for sardine, red snapper, tilapia, and then we're going to go up to the river and catch walleye, shad, tiger trout, catfish. All fish have unique patterns that you can mostly tell apart. Sometimes they're really difficult, and sometimes they do have their own, or have similar patterns, and you just have to take a guess. So if you see me cancel out of a fishing minigame with either E or escape, it's because I already know what fish is on the line based off of its movement patterns, and I know I don't need to catch it anymore. I say that as I catch 2 sardines, but there's nothing wrong with a little bit of extra fishing XP. I also need an extra fish for cooking, so. Well, that fishing's pretty basic at the start here. Waiting for ring, playing the minigame. Really good ocean fish here. Only caught one extra sardine, and again, who doesn't really care about extra XP? It would be nice to get a piece of seaweed here. And I do try to go for it here by fishing in kind of a bad spot. If I get it, I get it. If I don't, I don't. It's kind of like whatever. I need a fish for the seaweed anyway, so there's no reason for me to not to like try to get one while I wait for Willie to open up. I don't need it right now. I have 2 other days that I could possibly get it on. Alright, at Willie's, we are just going to be buying 2 trout soup here, and we're going to be taking a look at what the bait is. This bait can be extremely useful, or it can be extremely useless. Really depends on what you get. Some of the really good bait is obviously getting tuna, getting sturgeon, getting eel, any of the hard fish, catfish, tiger trout, puffer fish, you name it. This case I got largemouth. Largemouth can be useful if you don't catch the largemouth early when doing lake fish, so I just bought some and I'll hold on to it until I fish at the lake. Theoretically speaking, bait is not useful in the ideal situation because you just don't need it and it wastes time to inventorying it. But, you know, it just makes it more consistent, so there's no reason not to buy it. That was a pretty hard catfish. I do fail the first catfish, which is kind of funny. But I believe don't have a very good river fish this run. I think it's pretty meh. It ends up working out, but it's pretty meh overall. I generally like to catch the river fish fast enough where I can do a early CC turn-in to empty out all the fish from my inventory, because it makes the community center chest or the chest on the farm much more cleaner. But that would actually require getting a good river fish, which honestly generally just never happens. Pretty big scale issue with this catfish. I could have caught it a while ago if I was actually playing it well. Still end up getting it. Lily, thank you for the 16 months, by the way. Also, Samish, thank you for the Prime. I'm a little distracted, obviously. During these downtimes, I can see it, but... I do appreciate it. Oh boy, my least favorite part of 1.6. The jellies. I love jellies. Thank you, Pete. Hope your speedruns have been going well. I believe you're still doing Expedition 33. Dad. Jelly time. God, I hate the jellies. I think the jellies are the worst edition of 1.6 now. Gotta be. I like the fish smoker, I just don't like the jellies. Annoying to get, not useful. Just right click on the right frame, yeah. Ugh. I checked if I was fishing level 2 there. I'm technically 2 because of the trout soup buff, but I need to get fishing level 2 to be able to actually buy the fiberglass fishing rod this day, so I'm catching an extra fish here just so I can go get fiberglass to help with tiger trout. I knew I was just 1 fish away, so I may as well. And obviously, if I'm going for tiger trout, having the fiberglass fishing rod will be useful because I'm going to be able to get more attempts at it before the 4 p.m. time limit, which is when eels spawns. 40-ish bait, fiberglass fishing rod. Put that bait in. And more tiger trout fishing. Oh, don't worry, Pete. You still got like 2 months before it actually gets verified due to the mission backfile or backlog. Unless if I just want to, out of spite, verify everything but my own run. But So much for annoying chat. Fishing is downtime, let's be real here. You want to see me just miss or like try to figure out if it's a tiger trout right away and just skip? Like, I know I don't get it until like right before 4. So it's like all this is just straight up skipping the video. Oh look, finally, the tiger trout. This tiger trout's not awful in terms of it's before 4 p.m. so I can still go and get the eel in time. It's just a little annoying because it's like right at the cusp of me not being able to do the early fish turn-in. So it's like I want to do the early fish turn-in, but I can't because then I would just lose time. Got all our river fish, which is nice. Oh, got all the fish that we need, which is nice, but at the same time, we're not getting a turn-in, so it's meh. Buying coffee here. I could technically get an extra coffee if I were to read the journals and get the extra 200 gold there, but it's just not needed. And now we need to go get eel. Eel spawns at 4. Nice bubble spawns. Realistically, I don't think I needed to walk all the way over to this, and I should have just tried to go for first catch eel, but I'm pretty sure lately I was getting screwed on eels, so I just decided to go for it. I do get it first try here, which is super nice, but bubbles are always fun. Gonna pass out here. It's faster than walking home, and then I don't have enough money on me for it to matter. Zooming back in because we're about to sleep until the 15th. And time for more sleeping. Woohoo! Was fall fish particularly good? It was fine. It wasn't amazing, but it wasn't awful. It was good because I got a first try eel, but it's kind of annoying because I didn't get a early turn-in. Other than that, I'm pretty sure I only caught 2 extra fish. So overall, it was good. Me being nitpicky says it's meh. Honestly, the real reason why I would be able to call it meh was because it took me forever to actually catch the catfish and tiger trout because they were pretty difficult patterns. So I lost the majority of my waiting time to that. You want to be in that fishing minigame the least amount of time possible because the time is frozen while you're in the minigame. Alright, we're gonna be putting the fish away here, and we're going to be taking out, if I can find it, stone, copper, any extra I'm sorry, you shouldn't have any iron on this day. Any extra coal, any extra copper, stone, and wood, because we are going to be buying the coop today. Only need 1 eggplant, 1 corn, 1 yam, so I'm just gonna get rid of the extra stems to make room for more pumpkin seeds. I need 132 pumpkin seeds this run, so I believe I need to buy 95. Yeah, 95 pumpkins at Pierre's today. We're also going to be checking the left side of the farm. I know the difference between my rights and lefts, I swear. Gonna check the left side of the farm here for purple mushrooms, and on the way over, we are going to make a quick pit stop at the Bat Cave to pick up any cave fruit that we get. This is for forging XP, as well as, obviously, I need the tree fruit. Deleting anything extra I don't need. Walking over here. In an ideal world here, we get 2 red mushrooms, 2 purple mushroom, or 3 purple mushrooms. I only got 2. I got a few extra reds. Inventory is a little bit annoying on this day, that you're seeing me drop stuff. The idea of me dropping the red mushrooms there are I can pick them up later, and since if I don't go to the main menu, they won't despawn, and I don't plan on going to the main menu anytime soon, so I can go get them later. That was the plan, but I did actually have to go to the main menu earlier than I anticipated this run, so they do disappear, but red mushrooms don't matter too much, because if I just get 1 mushroom tree that's close on the right, I don't have to worry about red mushrooms. And then, obviously, I can get red mushrooms in the secret woods when I go, so. Not too worried about the red mushrooms, it's more about the purples that I was trying to get. Right, so we're going to be turning in fall crops today. To get the bee house, we're going to be turning in any extra artisan stuff we got there. And then turn in the fall forge that we have. We still need a hazelnut, but otherwise, turn in. Got to place the bee house. There's a few small mistakes here. Want to make sure I save 35 pumpkins for preserve jars, which we are going to be buying today. So, selling all extra goods, making sure to keep 1 fruit on me. Oh, 85. I thought it was 95. I can't math. It was 40, though. 132? Oh. I can't maths. Anyways, we're going to buy 85 coal here today and 25 copper. Or up to. I have extra copper and I have extra coal, so slightly less. And then at Robin's, we're going to buy up to 800 wood and 500 stone. Popo outside. And then with that stone, we are going to craft 10 preserve jars and buy a coop. We're also going to move the shipping bin right there and then move the cat bowl out of the way. When the cat spawns outside, it spawns at the water bowl. So moving the water bowl very far out of the way means the cat won't spawn on like that pathway that I have. So it won't block me anymore. So unfortunately, the cat gets pushed into Narnia, but smile. It'll be fine. Move the TV, set up our 10 preserve jars. Preserve jar 9 pumpkins. And then preserve jar a jelly. This jelly is in case if I need an extra artisan good. It's just a backup in case if the Batcave doesn't give me enough fruits. We also have the honey if we need it as well. So I only need 4 unique tree fruits. And I already have 3, so realistically I won't have to worry about this run, but it's always just in case. Zooming in again because I'm sleeping more. Sleeping until the 28th at this point for the pumpkins to grow up. We're going to be smelting copper as we go out and make more poopy pickle pumpkins. You can not tell me that this new texture for pickles doesn't make it just look like a jar full of poop. Specifically for pumpkins. Kinda, yeah. It's really funny because the 2 most used artisan goods in speedruns are pickled pumpkins and starfruit jelly. Pickled pumpkins looks like poop, and starfruit jelly looks like a bottle of piss. So, it's both pretty bad, which is kind of comical, but it is what it is. They get used to it. Doing the harvest, we are going to be making more pickled pumpkins as we go into winter here. Winter, we only go out on 1 day, which is, technically I go out on pre-ship on the 15th, but we go out on 1 day, which is the 17th, which is the wizard's birthday, because like in the 1.5 speedrun, we don't really want to go to floor 80, so instead we're going to give the wizard a gift and then have him send us a fire quartz in the mail. Zoom out now, there's no night events that I can get that waste time being zoomed in. Fairy can't spawn in winter, and I don't have a big coop for the witch to spawn, so. Zooming out. More jarring. We're gonna be selling all the pickle pumpkins we have on the 15th here before the wizard. This is so we can have the money to be able to pay for all the resources that we can get prior to year 2. Because wood and stone prices go up in year 2, so we want to make sure we have all the wood and stone to build all the barn and coop upgrades prior to year 2. Winter root is worse. I would have to see it. I think the only time I've ever pickled a winter root was for the raccoon quest. So we move the shipping bin so we can actually do a quick sell on the 15th here. Instead of having to walk all the way over to the other spot, pop it in, go back in, and see our profits. Sleep one more day, wizard's birthday. On the wizard's birthday here, we are going to clear the area to the left of the farm. This is for 2 reasons. We are actually going to be utilizing the fact that we can now move our house as of 1.6, and at the same time, I need 100 wood for 2 chests. So just gonna clear the left side of the farm, or left side of that house real quick. But there's no trees left. I have 2 chests and then 25 pathways. I don't technically need them all, but I'm gonna build a pathway right here. A little indecisive, but right there. And now we are going to put everything away and carry as much community center items as we can. but leave enough room for the Winter Forge. So because I already have 2 of them, I just need to leave 2 remaining spots in my inventory for it. Well, I was being a little particular with the inventory management there, but because we still need the crocus, however the hell you say it, and I need a snow yam. I get right away. Now, if you've been paying attention to the left side of the screen, you see a big ass timer with a bunch of splits. You'll notice that I've been red basically the entire run. That's about to change. In my PB, I lost about 1.5 minutes to the split because I had to check 3 times for a single crystal fruit. And the crystal fruit didn't spawn in a convenient area. It spawned right next to the quarry. So not only did I have to go out and check 3 times for it, I also had to run to the furthest possible distance to get it. Why did I continue that run? Because of copium. But it PB'd at the time. So that said, we're literally about to save 1.5 minutes to 2 minutes on the split because of that. Another small little detail. I do craft 2 chests for the community center instead of just 1. This is to separate items. I put items that will be going on the left side of the community center, so specifically the pantry and the crafts room on the chest on the left. And then any item that's going to be going to any bundle on the right side of the community center, which is fish tank, bulletin board, boiler room on the right. So when I go and do mass turn-ins later, instead of having to find all the groupings in a single chest, I can just take the chest on the left, spam click all the items in my inventory, and know all these items go into spots on the left side of the community center. Moving the house to that spot, it's a new 1.6 thing. Putting the shipping bin right in front of it again, and then we are going to be building the barn in that specific location. It will make sense when we utilize it, but just let it cook for now. This barn placement is actually insane for the run. We don't really care that the shipping bin is taking up 1 sprinkler spot. That 1 sprinkler spot just doesn't matter anymore. With our winter day done, we are sleeping until the spring at this point. We love sleeping. All right, on the first day of spring here, we are going to rehoe the entire farm, and we'll clear the entire farm and rehoe the entire farm, and then we're going to be doing another community center turn-in. Specifically, this time we're going to turn in all the fish we have. Get that out of the way. Nice little farm clear. This day really doesn't have much urgency. As long as you're semi-quick about the retailing and the clearing of the farm, you have plenty of time to do this entire day. Unlike the summer first day or the fall first day, where there is quite a bit of agency. It's a nice, kind of relaxing part of the run. You have a lot of high stress, high RNG stuff right at the start with mines and then fishing. And then once you kind of get to second half of fall/winter, it's much more just take a quick break, relax before we get to the second part of the run, or third part of the run, where we have a lot more RNG. Taking the fish with us. Turn this in. As well as not just turning in the fish, we're going to be turning in our 5 gold quality pumpkins that we will need for the quality bundle. Quality crops bundle. Cool. .6 really made turning in nice because not every item glows up now, and only the items that you specifically need to turn in. So it's really easy to figure out what item you need to do in each bundle. It's actually like a really big skill to have for the 1.5 run, but 1.6 kind of just makes it easy, which is good. It's a very nice quality of life. I will say overall the 1.6 route is harder to run than the 1.5 route, but there's a lot of quality of life in 1.6 that is just very nice. At Clint's here, we are going to buy 25 iron, 5 copper, or 5 coal, and then we're going to be buying the axe upgrade with the 5 copper bars. You may ask, why aren't we just using the chair to get into the secret woods? Why do we need to upgrade our axe to steel? That is because that is a progression skip, which we count as a glitch in this category. So if I want to go to the secret woods, I do need to upgrade the axe. At Pierre's, we're going to sell 30 pickled pumpkins and then buy our spring crops, as well as a bunch of extra cauliflower for money. I need to sell down to exactly 10,000 gold, or at least the pickled pumpkin within. Normally it's around, you get to keep around 11, 12 if you're lucky. And then we're gonna head to Robin's, and with the wood and stone that we bought in year 1, or in the winter year 1 day, we are going to upgrade to the big coop. I was gonna say something, I was gonna comment about something, and I'm forgetting, I'm blanking. Oh, yeah. So you may also wonder, why do you even need the axe upgrade, though? You don't technically need to go to the secret woods anymore because of 1.6's new green rain. You can get the fiddlehead fern from the new trees. While that is true, then we also need to get the wood skip from the pond on the farm, which is very annoying to do because it is drastically based off of whatever your daily luck is. And then it's still not a very common pull. It's just a really annoying thing to do solo, and then I would have to make time to like catch it on a specific day. Well, I would have to catch it. There's only one day in the route that I would be able to catch it on, and if it wasn't a good luck day on that specific day, I would be screwed. And I don't really want to be screwed basically an hour and 50 minutes into a run on essentially a 40% chance of getting a good luck day, where I'm not even brute forcing a 40% chance literally a minute into the run anymore. So it's like, optionally speaking, yeah, you could skip a axe upgrade, which might allow you to do some funny stuff with the route, but overall, it's fine what I'm doing right now. And then you also have to go out of your way for a fiddlehead fern tree, which is slightly annoying. And probably loses the amount of time that it takes to get the extra resources for the iron axe, as well as upgrading it, so. Get hardwood from the mines and skip both axe upgrades. Lovely chat suggestion. That is true, though. Just get lucky. How about we just buy everything from the traveling cart as well and do remix bundles and have perfect remix bundles every single time? It's just easier. Then we can get sub 2 hours. Alright, 14th here, we're going to be harvesting again. This is the day that we will get farming level 10, and like always, we're just going to be selecting the artisan perk. 40% increase artisan goods sell price is crazy, especially with the amount of pickled goods we have. We're gonna be continuing pickling cauliflower now. And it was very quick, but I did select artisan good, or artisan there. It's just on the left-hand side. More sleeping. I'm going to be saving even more time on the split. I think in my PB I got like 2 or 3 night events, so crazy. If you just don't get unlucky, you save basically 2.5 minutes of time on these 2 splits. Crazy, I know. Once we get to summer though, the run's gonna pick back up. Selling all our stuff because I want to start my day at Pierre's. Or, I'm sorry. I want to start my day at Clint's Overs Pierre's on this run. So it makes pathing easier if I just pre-sell some stuff here. Other than that, we're going to be sleeping until summer. And summer is actually the first major mistake of the run. Also high night event. This is my first major mistake of the run. I was kind of on autopilot here. I am supposed to pick up these jars instead of putting cauliflower in them right away. So I have to exit the title to restart the day. So rip those red mushrooms on the left-hand side of the farm, but it doesn't matter. We are going to be moving our entire setup, which may seem weird because it's like, oh, but you sleep in the house though. Where are you sleeping if you're not gonna put your setup in the house? Well, this is the 1.6 change that made 1.6 significantly faster. The fact that you can sleep in any building that you built on your farm. This includes barns and coops. Also, nice hoeing. So I'm going to be moving my entire setup into the barn here. This will do a few things. First off, the barn door is much closer to the mailbox, so when I do mail resets, sleeping in the barn is optimal because I'm literally right next to the mailbox. The second reason is the biggest time waste on animals is the fact that I have to go between the coop and the barn to pet the cow. Now, if I sleep in the barn and buy the cow early, I can just give love to the cow prior to coop animals, so I don't have to run from the coop to the barn as often. I still have a few days of overlap where I have to, but it gets it done earlier, which saves a bunch of time. And since I'm already in the barn, it's very easy to pet the cow because I'm in the barn and the cow is in the barn with me. Now here's time for a stressful part. We need a tuna today. It is about an 8% chance. A lot of runs die here. Obviously, this run doesn't die. The tuna's good. I don't remember how good. Is it this catch? No, octopus. I think it's next cast. Really good tuna. Any tuna before 9 you're just extremely happy with. Oh, next cast. Surely is before 9, right? I'm pretty sure it's before 9. Nope, after 9, apparently. Thought it was earlier. 9 on the dot, okay. No. Gonna be checking out Willie's here real quick. We're gonna be buying another 2 trout soup. And kind of hoping that we get a good bait. Didn't get good bait this run. That's fine. I've had runs where I've gotten tuna bait there. I've gotten runs where I've gotten sturgeon bait. It is what it is. Sometimes you get good stuff, sometimes you don't. Heading over to Clint's now. We're going to be picking up our axe, shoving the axe back at Clint's face and saying, I want an iron instead. And then off to Pierre's. Don't actually have to buy ore this time. Pierre's, we're going to be buying a bunch of random stuff. 25 melons, 2 poppies, 5 corn, 2 sunflowers, 75 red cabbage, a rice, and a single apple tree. We are going to put away our spring crops, and we are going to put the tuna in the wrong chest, but this is actually planned because when I go and do the turn-in for the tuna, I am just picking up stuff in that chest in the first place, so... I'm sorry, I'm not picking up anything for that chest. The reason I put the tuna in that chest is because I only have to put stuff in that chest on this day, which is the spring crops. So I have no reason to open up 2 chests because that wastes time. And the only item that I need to take out of a chest on the day that I turn in the tuna is the tuna. So I open up 1 less chest if I do it this way. Very weird. Very minor optimization. But it's there. Anyways, we buy Big Barn. We are going to be planting melons. I also forgot to put down basic fertilizer at the start of this day, but I can do that now. Need basic fertilizer because we need 5 gold quality melons, 5 gold quality corn. This just gives us higher odds of getting that. Place our 2 flower seeds. I get 2 just in case if one gets struck by lightning. It just makes sure that it's very improbable that both of them do. Planting red cabbage seeds. We're gonna need a little bit more money, and red cabbage seeds are the best choice that we can get right now. Apple tree, and then it is a barn sleeping time. Oh boy. Yeah, the addition of being able to sleep in man-made or built buildings on your farm, man-made buildings, built buildings, buildings that you built, I guess Robin built them, is very useful for animals. This is arguably the biggest time save of 1.6. And the main reason it's actually faster than 1.5, because a lot of the route optimizations I made for 1.6 can actually be done on 1.5, but you just can't sleep in the coop. And sleeping in the coop is just really good for coop animals. Like, really, really good. It's literally like, I want to say 2 to 3 minutes alone. You do lose time to other things because of 1.6, which is why it's only slightly faster than 1.5 when 1.5 is done optimally, but it's still really fast. It's also really funny that it's utilized. Reselling our pickles on this day. Harvesting everything. This is the day we are going to be doing lake fish. Harvesting the red cabbages. Also, 07 to the sprinkler that was destroyed by that piece of wood. You did everything you could. You grew up the red cabbages before you passed away. You'll be ever remembered. You will be ever remembered. Right. Off to lake fish. We need every single fish that you can get in the lake fish, which is carp, chub, bullhead, largemouth, sturgeon. All 5 fish. This split, I am almost guaranteed to lose time on. This split is basically very close to my gold. I believe I'm at PB. I went into this day having every single fish but the sturgeon, because I did my fall fish so fast that I was able to go catch fish up at the lake here, and I caught every fish but sturgeon because you can't catch sturgeon in fall. And then I got a ghost fish from killing a ghost in the mines. So I literally only needed to catch a sturgeon, which is what happens when you actually get a good fall fish. You're able to do stuff like that. Luckily here, I still get a pretty good lake fish at the end of the day. I think the only slow fish on this day was ghost fish. I think sturgeon, I was getting a little skill issued here. A little bit of a hard one, but I still made it work. Went for longer than it should have. Gonna be starting to min cast here. Depending on what fishing depth you're at, which is based off of the fishing depth is based off of the number of tiles that your bobber is away from land, will give you different odds for different fish. Sturgeon is obviously you want to be as deep as possible, or in as deep water as you possibly can. The watercolor does not matter, by the way. But the rest of the fish, barring largemouth, is optimal to fish in like water depth 1 and water depth 2. So I'm min casting here to get the highest possible chance. And then I'm not really worried about largemouth bass because I have largemouth bass bait. So if I don't get a largemouth bass while min fishing, I can just get it last and it's perfectly fine. I do end up getting a largemouth bass here, so I don't need the bait. The bait was useless or worthless, but it is what it is. I believe I just need chub at this point, if I was actually paying attention. And I was. It was just the chub. Now I gotta go yoink ghost fish. Making a little magic trick with that bait there. The largemouth bait will be there. It will not be there when I leave or come back out. Ghost fish takes a few attempts, but it's not bad. Yeah, the mechanic makes sense, but it's weirder than you may think in some cases. For example, the reason we fish on the right-hand side for river fish is because water depth 3 is the optimal spot, or is the optimal water depth for tiger trout. Water depth 5, it skips water depth 4. Don't ask questions, it's just how it is. Water depth 5 is optimal for catfish, but because tiger trout is rare, I'd rather be more optimal for fishing for the tiger trout than the catfish. Pass out rock strats. If you just spam click on this rock, you lose energy. And I plan on passing out on this day, so that is significantly faster to drain your energy than it is to use a pickaxe or a fishing rod. Funny pass out strats. But yeah, there are some weird exceptions to it. Fishing level also plays into it as well. You're actually better off staying at a lower fishing level to catch the eel than you are at a higher fishing level. So when I'm catching the eel in this run, I don't want to use a trout soup because I have higher odds of getting an eel on the line at fishing level 2 than I have at fishing level 3. It's like a percent change, but it's a thing. Anyways, this is the reason we pre-sold. We bought a deluxe coupe at Robin's there, and now I'm going to be buying the vault. Going to be turning in all the extra goodies I have, and then we are going to be turning in the fish here. Lake fish, extra ghost fish, and then finally the tuna. We're going to be collecting the deluxe bait and the beach warp totem. We're warping to the beach. We are praying we get a sea urchin here, which I do end up getting. If I didn't get a sea urchin here, the run is essentially dead. Because I didn't get it on the 13th, or I'm sorry, on the 19th of the previous year. And then at Clint's here, we're going to pick up our axe. We are going to buy 10 copper and 5 coal. We need 2 more copper bars for a tapper, and then we need 3 coal for the cookout kit that actually gets use in this run now. That it's on forging level 3 instead of forging level 9, was it? I think it was on forging level 9 before. Which allows us to skip an entire Robin visit of upgrading the house, which is super nice. The only issue is now we have to get to forging level 4 to get tappers, which is a big issue in the 1.6 route. We are now just sleeping a few more days to stockpile a little bit more money before we head out. Meteor. I'm gonna take another quick pause, chat. And go to the bathroom super quickly before I explain the next part. Back. Oh. I do. It's the reason why when I'm watching the recording, and the recording is only having game audio still, because I'm using the audio split that I use that only has game audio. No, none of my voice, none of the audio of music from the recording. I use 4 tracks. One that has all 3. Let me listen to a new album. We can. Program is that? Oh, it's just through OBS. I just have it set up through OBS. The program that I'm using to watch the player in is VLC for the video back. But I guess you can't see it, but yeah, I just do it directly through OBS. I split stuff through voice meter. But yeah, I split stuff through voice meter so I can hear it all myself, but when I'm like, I have the audio split for that. I wonder if CA will let us use the album for videos. I assume different copyright owners. It is a question that could be asked. It would be owned by the band, wouldn't it? Or the people who played it. Would it not? Saying that it's on his Spotify, it might be owned by him still. I don't know. Okay, next part of the run. Alright, so this part of the run can just like die too. So it can't rain on both the 23rd and the 24th, and if it does, the run is just instantly dead. Because I need to catch the pufferfish due to the fact that the traveling cart bug was fixed, or if you want to call it a bug, it was a bug. Just to how the traveling cart generated made pufferfish extremely likely to occur. It's not like that anymore, so now we have to catch the pufferfish, which is another downside of the 1.6 route. So I need it to be sunny on either the 23rd or the 24th. I'm sorry, on the 24th or the 25th, not 23rd. 24th or 25th for me to be able to catch the pufferfish. If it rains both days, the run's instant dead. I don't think I've ever had a run that had rain on both days, but it's theoretically possible. So under this day, we are going to plunder the bat cave. We're looking for at least a pomegranate here. We got 4, so we're good. Plundering the entirety of the bat cave here. Each time I pick up one of these fruits, it is 7 forging XP. And again, I need to get to forging level... I need to get to forging level 4 for the tapper. So... gotta plunder everything. It's a little bit annoying on the inventory, having to delete everything, but it is what it is. And then we are going to make our way down south, and we're going to go get the fiddlehead from the secret woods along with the wood skip. And ideally, I would have said red mushroom, but obviously I just got the red mushrooms from the mushroom tree that spawned right there. We are going to be chopping down a few hardwood stumps on this day. Each hardwood stump is 25 XP each. Again, I need to get to forging level 4, so I need a lot of XP. one of the downsides of 1.6, but we make it work. I thought it was going to be harder than it actually ended up being for forging XP. This was one of the big reasons why I didn't want to switch to 1.6, because of this tapper recipe being changed to forging level 4, but it actually worked out nicer than I thought it would. Gotta try things. Anyways, gotta catch a wood skip here. After we get the wood skip, we're gonna head over to Marnie's and buy a rabbit, a duck, and a cow. To happen multiple times a day. I want it to happen multiple times a day purely because of Blade's run where he's about to just get every single notification in the game imaginable. It'd be so funny. Alrighty. As I said, rabbit. Lucky Momo. And a cow. We're not going to worry about the duck and the rabbit for a little bit. We want to get two. We want to get both. We want to get 2 ducks and 2 rabbits, and we want to buy them on different days to offset them. It wasn't directed at you. It was more, we're more talking about the level up notification and how funny it would be if it would happen multiple times in a day for your mid perfection run. Or yeah, mid/max perfection run at this point. Be very funny. Anyways, we're gonna be turning in our artisan goods today. It was loud. And get our wine going. Turn in the other random items that we have on us so far. Fiddlehead, red mushroom, wood skip. Going to build the deluxe barn? Yeah, okay, it looked like I was being confused. Building the deluxe barn, the last building we have to build. So goodbye, Robin, for the rest of the run. I appreciate you. Oh, sorry. Well, we'll see her for like 2 more days as she builds the barn. I'm going to throw in copper there for the bars later, and then just empty my inventory real quick. Pick up the hay that I'll need for the cow. And because we've been out for so long on this day and doing this loop, we are going to stop at the desert to pick up cactus fruit coconut for exotic, and then also fish for a sandfish. I mean, I already said we're getting the pufferfish on this day, so we have to wait until noon. It's really annoying that we have to wait until noon on one of these days, but this day actually like turns out really clean in terms of timing. As you can see, it's 11:30. As long as you don't get too screwed on the wood skip, this day is actually done quite quickly. So I have a little bit of time to spare before we start losing time to not having puffer. Warp the beach. Beach warp totems are broken. Just gonna need to do a quick bait check, as well as purchase a crab pot. Looking to see if there's pufferfish bait in there. Makes the pufferfish catch easier. I do need to also catch a seaweed on this day. I didn't get it on the previous 2 ocean fish days, so do need a seaweed, but mainly just need a pufferfish. I honestly thought this was an octopus at first, but it like really wasn't fast enough to be an octopus, so I just went with it. Really interesting pufferfish pattern overall. Not too bad of a catch. The catch isn't that bad for pufferfish due to the fact that we're essentially fishing level 4 and you have deluxe bait, which increases your bar size. So essentially you're fishing at like a fishing level 5 for pufferfish. So it's not nearly as bad of a catch as it is. It's just more annoying because of how late you have to spend out on a day to catch it. But again, routing around it, it actually is quite elegant, the solution that I ended up coming to. Now that we're going to pass out. And it is time to give the cow some love. This is what I mean about being able to sleep in barns and coops. Like, just look how fast this is. Instead of having to leave your house, hope that the cows come outside or whatever animals come outside, pet the animal, then walk all the way back in. It is literally leave bed, pet cow, sleep. Take a look at this. It's so fast. Doing thing for 7 months. Anyways, we're going to be continuing this until the 6th of fall. Basically when our last round of preserve jars are done. Cow one more time, and we're gonna go out and sell our pickles. Put stuff away to make some inventory room. Take out supplies that we need for the cookout kit, as well as the tapper. We're gonna sleep one more day. And now we are going to get forging level 4 today, as well as get the wood that we need for the rest of the run. We do not need the fishing rod anymore. We are going to just take the bait out and use it for crab pots. I'm also supposed to pick up the bed from the barn. I just completely forgot, apparently. I'm pretty sure I remember to go and pick it up. Open up the barn door. No, I open up the barn door. Come on. Stop being hesitant. Get the bed, open up the barn door. Remove a few of the sprinklers, and now we're going to cut down wood. We need to cut down wood until we get the notification that we have reached the next forging level, as well as we need at least 240 wood to be able to craft the tapper for 40 wood, and then we need the 200 for the community center. I'm also still harvesting corn when I can because I still need 5 gold quality corn. I will pick up the corn, I swear. Unless if I already have the corn and I just wasn't paying attention. I do need 5 gold quality corn, though. I feel like overall I'm pretty low on forging levels. Normally I'm forging level 4 pretty early here. think I actually have to eat like an apple to get it, which is a little annoying. There's the notification. You got some ideas to sleep on, so I know I'm good. While it is not very useful in this given run, I am going to check the traveling cart on this last day here. The really only major thing I can get is any animal product. The large milk doesn't save nearly as much time as it did on 1.5. The rabbit's foot is just nice. The duck feather's nice. Any large product is a little bit of a time save. And then truffle is obviously random time save as well. It's kind of just there. We don't really need the traveling cart like we did at 1.5. So we gotta buy a white and brown chicken, one more rabbit, one more duck, and then a pig. And then we are going to pass out right in front of Marnie's. And with this pass out, we're actually gonna spawn in our farmhouse, which is the reason why I didn't end up moving the furnaces. Because now I'm gonna wake up in this farmhouse. I'm gonna pick up the two copper bars in the farmhouse and craft the tapper, and then go start sleeping in the coop here. Bada boom, bada bing. Gonna craft a torch as well, our tapper, and our cookout kit. And then we are... Apparently I forgot to take out the stuff I need for... maki roll recipe. Put tapper on oak tree. Clean inventory a little bit because I'm being OCD. Pet our lovely cow because we still need to pet him. And then we're gonna set up shop in the coop. Now you're wondering, why did I craft a torch? It is because when you spawn in a bed, you spawn slightly on the left-hand side. But if the left-hand side is blocked by something, namely a torch counts as a blocked item, you spawn on the right-hand side. Why is this important? Because the animals in the coop spawn on your right. So I want to be able to hold right. So with the torch, I spawn on the right side of the bed, so I don't get the prompt of, do you want to sleep, every single time here. I believe I just need 2 more crab pot items. I got pretty unlucky with Beach Forge overall. So, I'm pretty sure I have crab, clam, and mussel. So I just either need periwinkle, crawfish, snail. I just need 2 of the 3. We got an egg here, so we're gonna start a fire hazard by putting the cookout kit indoors. Craft our fried egg and our maki roll. And continue going outside to pet the cow. We are kind of getting extremely unlucky with rain here. Ideally, it is not raining, so the cow can go outside and path immediately to that block of grass right there. But it's not too bad because I already got the large milk. It's just really annoying because I could have saved a little bit of time. You know, I started the cookout kit in the coop just so the chickens and ducks knows what's up if they don't produce early. It's just a straight up threat. Let's be real. Still need to go outside here for a few days for crawfish. Never mind, I got the crawfish, so I don't have to go out. And now this is really where the bed shines, being able to be in the coop. Like, literally just go, pet everything, pick stuff up, sleep. Please kill animal. Yeah. It's kind of crazy how just like a small little, I want to call it meme addition that CA added is like, really insane for speedrunning. Like, it's just such a small addition that you would never think about them adding. Like, I could understand making it so you can sleep in sheds, but like any farm-made building is like such a fun change. Anyways, at this point, we are purely missing animal products. The 2 resins, so we need oak resin and maple syrup. We need the 3 gifts from mail, technically 4 because I'm pretty sure I need an extra exotic. So I need to get a purple mushroom from the wizard. So I need a fire quartz, purple mushroom, nautilus shell, bream from our gifts. And then it's just animal products. And I guess a gold quality corn or 2. I have the corn now, so it's fine. And then we're done. Like, it's literally just waiting on animals. Oh, and hazelnut. I forgot I still need a hazelnut. That's why I was checking the thing. Yeah. A lot of small additions that just, like, save time. So we're really just at the end of the run here. Just how fast can these animals produce? The orchestra music is very interesting to listen to while waiting for animals to produce here. Alright. Anyways, got both large eggs on the spot, which is good. They're 50-50 chances, along with the duck feather, which is also very nice. So basically at this point, we are waiting on rabbit's foot. That is basically the time limiter of this run is the rabbit's foot right here. And it turns out faithfully on basically the last day that they can choose to produce, they produced. I would have had to sleep another 2 days. Or I'm sorry, another 3 days for another chance, which I don't really want to go to winter in this run. So with that, I'm gonna empty my inventory here super quickly so I can make room for a few things. And we are going to head... So that's when I put the wood? I'm sorry, I got distracted. I know I lost time later to putting the wood in the chest right there. And I was wondering when I actually put the wood in the chest to lose time. That's when I did. That's kind of annoying. You'll see in a minute. Anyways, got our hazelnut. So now we are literally just waiting on truffle from pig. So I'm using this time to give... Oh, I forgot that the bone zone is on this track. Yo, clusterfuck of an ending, but it's fine. Ignore the bone zone. So I'm using this time when I wait for the pig to produce to turn in stuff. And then at the same time, I still need to sleep a few days to be able to get the male gifts done. We have a little bit of time to just do turn-ins here. Not the cleanest from just like looking at it from retrospect. But I mean, it's really hard in the moment, especially when in the back of my mind, I'm just sitting there thinking, all right, this run should be the run. I need to make sure I'm not forgetting any item. Like, I'm at the point where it's like, I just need to not forget an item, and this 205s is basically what my entire thought process was. I'm not gonna turn in the call or the spring crops there or finish it, because then I would get a cutscene that I don't want. So that's why I hold off there. And then I believe with that, we are going to go back to the farm. No, apparently I forgot if I turned in a red mushroom or not. Turn that stuff in later. Yeah. Turn-ins are always a bit of a mess at the end. There's so many items that you have to remember. I think it's like 115-ish. Where they go, what chests they're in, finding them immediately. I thought the pig did not produce, so I was a little sad, but then it was just hiding in grass. Thank you, piggy. All right, now it's time to just reset for mail. I forget to take out the wood here, by the way. Kind of really annoying. I'm even double checking here. Look, double, triple checking. Just ignore the wood. It's fine. All right, time to read mail. I'm going to be doing this basically one at a time. As soon as I get an item, or I do one full sweep in to see how many gifts I have. All right, I got one Nautilus shell. I had enough gifts for everything. Reload the save. Mail is based off of, I believe, the frame that you open it up, so it's different every time. So now I'm just gonna basically brute force. I get Nautilus shell, I stop reading, I sleep a day, and then I'm gonna go out again, read mail until I get the bream, and then I'll do the same thing for the fire quartz and the purple mushroom. Got bream, gonna sleep again. I actually don't even need the purple mushroom. I think I do end up getting it, but I don't need the purple mushroom. Keep reading. Fire quartz. Good to go. I think somebody in chat saves this run because I didn't realize I didn't have wood on me. And then I read in chat wood somewhere. Where? Where is it? Come on. Do you have wood and stone? Wait, I'll read it. I'll read it. No, reset the title. All right. I did need to get another fire quartz, but it was faster than running back. Somebody in chat said it earlier. Yeah, I think a couple people said it. Get my fire quartz, so it's fine. And then off we go. Unfortunate mistake right at the end. It happens. Would have this sub 205 if I didn't make that mistake? Yes. Am I going to continue grinding for a sub 205 now? I'm overall very happy with the run, saying that the two major mistakes of the entire run from an execution point of view was having to reset a day literally 15 seconds in because I decided to put in extra stuff in a jar, and then losing probably about 30 seconds to the wood here at the end. 30-40 seconds to the wood here at the end. Like, it's a 2-hour long run. You're gonna make execution errors. It is what it is. Casually blind navigating the community center, glow ring OP. But yeah, with that, that is the entire run on 1.6. I believe it is now 10 minutes faster than what it was on 1.5. But yeah, it is much faster. If you're wondering where the gold bar is, you get 5 gold bars from this bundle. So, don't need the extra gold, you can get it then. Bada boom, bada bing. Timer is gonna end early here, but that's just because it's an auto splitter bug. It will be retimed, and I just undo the splits here super quickly, and it continues where it should have been if it wasn't split. So the timer should just be accurate, but it's gonna be retimed anyways. But yeah, that is a 205 flat. It might get retimed to sub 205, but I significantly doubt it. Normally they're timed a little bit longer. But yeah, other than that, that is Stardew Valley Community Center in 2 hours and 5 minutes. Now, the big question that people are going to ask is sub 2 possible? Theoretically, yes. Am I going to go for it? Not anytime soon, is I will say. Unless if significant route optimizations happen, I don't really realistically seeing this route particularly going much lower without unholy RNG, which I'm not gonna bother resetting for. And obviously route optimizations. So as of currently, that is where I'm going to stop my CC grind, and I am for once extremely happy with the run overall. Can I nitpick it to oblivion and be upset about specific areas? Yes. Am I going to? Not really. I'm happy with the run. This was what, 4 to 5 months in the making now? But, yeah. Very, very happy.
Hello Kitty time now.
No. No Hello Kitty. I'm pretty sure that was from V's bit donation of the last stream too. That was just said. All right, fun. Why not simply run on a day where you have high daily luck? True. I gotta check the TV more. Hello Kitty time? No, we did a Hello Kitty. All right. With all that done and going over the run like I wanted to, what is next? Lila, thank you for the 205 bits. It is greatly appreciated. What is next? Well, there's a few things. Contrary to what I've been saying, I don't think I am fully quitting Stardew because I have recently joined a server due to a different game, Terraria, which is the Lockout Live Bingo server, because I saw a video on it recently, and it's basically not really a competitive bingo thing, but it's bingos. And it's like basically a weekly bingo board that you do, and like you submit your best time, which is like a really neat idea. It's actually, the server is Small Ants, surprisingly. I found it through somebody else, but there's a bunch of different games. And one of the new games that is going to be slightly added soon is Stardew. It's in the works. So, yeah, so there'll probably just be like a weekly random bingo that I'll just play, probably closer to the end, because I'm sure some of you guys might actually want to join it and play it. So doing it towards the end of the week will be ideal for me. But yeah, I've been doing the Terraria run recently. Hazel Snack Money, thank you for the 17-inch. So that will be added. For those curious about the actual link, invite people. Well, actually, I'll post a link at my Discord for those who are actually interested, because I'm sure a bunch of people will probably just end up clicking it. Actually, I don't know if you would have access to the... No, you could probably find it. It's being made, so it's like weird. Oh, whatever. I'll post it after stream. I'm not gonna deal with it now. Like, Dank, thank you for the 17. But it's cool.
Congrats on 205.
I hope it like kind of takes off. But yeah. Otherwise, other than the weekly bingo, it's vanilla Terraria. Calamity is gross. So it's vanilla. Barring that, what is next? Well, we got quite a few options outside of that. It's kind of just going to be up to what I really want to do. I still haven't fully decided. So the options are potentially doing the Terraria get Fixed Boy Seed speedrun again that I did a while ago, and then I think I got distracted by TFT or something. So we have that, actually doing that speedrun. I'd have to refigure out my Duke Fishron cheese though, so that's the only thing preventing me from doing that. I mentioned wanting to do a Factorio Space Age speedrun. What's stopping me from doing that is learning the entire fucking 8-hour route. So at a standstill there. I don't think I'll do Plants vs. Zombies speedruns. The issue with a Plants vs. Zombies speedrun is I got a time that I'm happy, or like I got to the point in the run where I actually have to practice individual levels to improve my PB, and I don't want to do that, so I'm just like there. I have the Minecraft AA speedrun I still owe. No, I wouldn't use blueprints. It would just be the raw default settings run. That's the reason why it'd take me so long to learn. The blueprints are lame in a speedrun, in my opinion. What's AA? All advancements. I promised that ages ago and never got around to it. I'm like losing my voice, by the way, which is really annoying. I guess that's what happens when you actually talk for like 2 hours straight instead of being silent the entire run. And then the options after that basically are any survival sandboxy type game that I can play on like hardcore, and then just try to complete it on hardcore because that's just fun. So it's like something like Grounded, Core Keeper, there's a few others that are like there. Games like that. I would say Don't Starve, but Don't Starve is like our October thing, you know? It's our Halloween thing. I would love to play it outside of that, but I won't play Starbound on stream. Yeah. So it's like games like that. I don't know what exactly I'm gonna do. I feel like it's either gonna be the Terraria one or the Minecraft one. Both of them are, I mean, it's either one of those two, realistically. I just don't think I'm capable of doing the Factorio speedrun anytime soon. And then, I don't know. If I don't figure out the setup for the Minecraft speedrun or the Duke Fishron Terraria thing, I'm probably just gonna end up playing Core Keeper just because it's the easiest to do out of everything that I've said. But at the same time, it's like, oh, I need to decide, and I probably should just do the Minecraft one. It'd be so funny. Do a new speedrun, even Terraria. Can we have a stream where you like explain the speedrun? Yeah, I mean, I can try. What about a not 8-hour Factorio run instead? No, but that's not fun. I want to play default settings and I want to play Space Age. I don't want to do Derek % with blueprints because I think just copying and pasting the entire base is lame. But that said, I am nowhere near capable of doing a Factorio speedrun currently. Yeah, I want to either play the full game, and if I'm playing the full game, I want to do it without copy and pasting the entire blueprints. Yeah, it's 8 hours. Well, it'll be more than 8 hours for me, but world record's like... Oh, what did Auntie get recently? Was it 7 hours? It was like 7.5 for a while, right? It'll realistically probably take me around 10 to 12 hours. Raft could be another random game that we play. How about we just, you know what? Here's what we should do. We should just become the Shawnee Do channel version 2, but instead of playing on the pussy mode, we only play on hardcore. And just play every single game that he did and just do everything he did better. Smile. Can't wait for Cookie Clicker without seeding it or whatever. And didn't that literally take him like a year and a half to do in the background? Shawnee Do 2.0. You can't even do hardcore on that. Now, here's the thing. It wouldn't skyrocket my YouTube channel because I wouldn't make the videos as quality as him, and I wouldn't make the videos. Let's be real. When's the last time I uploaded? It was like 10 months ago. The last time I uploaded was literally the last community center speedrun. I don't want to think about it. It's too long ago. Yeah, actually make YouTube channels. Now is the best time to make it. It's when the ad revenue is the highest. Smile. The perfect time. Or it's about to be the highest. Okay. So I will probably just leave it to a poll for you guys. In my Discord about what we're gonna do next. I'll just add a bunch of games and ideas to the board and send that out. I will also put the bingo link for the people interested in helping the Stardew Bingo, because again, it's not like ready yet if you're actually interested in just playing it and not helping. But if you're interested in helping, I'll put the link in my Discord. How do you get to my Discord? That is a good question because I don't have commands in YouTube chat. So I'm going to use the command on Twitch chat and then copy and paste it to YouTube chat. So that is the Discord link. I'll post that in announcements later once I actually figure all of that stuff out. But with that, I am going to stop talking because my voice is actually starting to hurt. And thank you guys for, joining me on the journey of 205. And hopefully continue to support me even if I'm not playing Stardew every day anymore. That said, probably still gonna weekly play Stardew because of this bingo thing, because it does seem fun. But otherwise, I'm gonna peace. So I do appreciate you guys watching. Appreciate you guys joining the stream. I hope you guys have a great rest of your evening or rest of your Friday. Hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Stay safe out there and just take care. Later. Peace.